guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kendall and this is Ken's Corner and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Today's video is the first TBR video of 2026. I cannot wrap this little pea brain around that, but either way, here we are. So with the start of the new year, I did tweak it a little bit after playing it for a few months. I don't want to go over the rules because they've tweaked a little bit. Basically, I mean, I'm playing Candyland. Not quite the way Candyland's meant to be played because I'm just drawing the card colors and then moving along the board. At the start of each TBR game, I will roll a 4-sided die to get which color I'm going to be playing for the month. I do have it set in my little sheet where 1 is red, 2 is yellow, 3 is green, 4 is blue. As I get later in the year and I have like won the game with several of them, I might not have to do that, but for now, that's how it goes. If I do get to the castle with the one that I'm playing with and I still have rolls that I'm supposed to go, I will roll the 4-sided dice again. If I have a pawn that I played with in a previous month, then that pawn will start wherever I ended it at. Ultimately, my goal is to get all 4 pawns to the castle and that's how I win the game. If I get the last pawn to the castle and I still have turns to go, however many I have left are now free picks. That's my treat for getting them all the way home. Each color space has a meaning. The red, I have a challenge jar full of prompts. Purple, it's borrowed from my library or Kindle Unlimited and it's technically a free pick. Yellow is just an overall free pick. It can be whatever I want it to be. Blue, I have a TBR prompt jar and that's where that would go. Orange, I have a jar that is full of all the books that I've bought through 2025 that I have not read. Green is the series, all the series that I have to continue. And then the pink candy spaces, a read it or toss it, plus an extra roll. So if I pull a candy space, then I have to add an extra roll and I have to pull from my read it or toss it jar. Like the actual gameplay, I start every month with 5 turns. If I did not complete my TBR for the previous month, that's an immediate 6th pull added. If I land on the pink, again, that is, I add another roll and pull a book for that from the read it or toss it. But if I land on the licorice, if I pull the licorice, I believe there's only 1 or 2 of those, but if I do that, then I have to pull a read it or toss it plus a challenge prompt, and I have to fill both of those separately. And then I also still have to add a turn because it's a candy space. That's a 3-parter. You will hear me say roll a lot. I just mean an extra card pull. I get 1 veto per game. The only exception to that is a read it or toss it, because if I don't want to read it, I have to toss it. It's in the title. But if I land on a shortcut, then at the end of the gameplay, I can then swap any one of the books. It does not matter. I can swap it with a free pick. And that does work on the read it or toss it. My incentive with this is I'm trying to get through my physical TBR. I'm also trying to limit how many books I'm buying each year. So I'm doing a point system. If I complete my TBR, that's an immediate 10 points at the top. For each book that I read off my gameplay TBR, that's an extra point added to how much they count. So a physical TBR read is worth 3 points. Kindle Unlimited or library, 2 points. And I bought it and I read it is 1 point. Here's where it's going to get interesting, because to redeem the points, if I buy a paperback, that is 15 points. And if I buy a hardback, that's 25 points. Yeah, so basically I have to earn to be able to buy the books. I'm completely wiping the board with the points to start the year. We're just going to start over and try again starting with January. But yeah, that is ultimately like how my gameplay is going to go. I think I covered everything I need to. Now it's just to get into the gameplay. I'm excited. So we've got to see which one we're using. So roll 3. That's the red guy. And because start of the year, we're starting everybody over. We've got him on start. All right, roll 1 of the new year. Let's go. You're joking. Well, now instead of 5, we have 6 pulls and a read it or toss it to start the year. So read it or toss it. Love in other words. Oh, I didn't put them on the right spot. All right, so whoa. Okay. That might have got me a read it or toss it, but I might win the game on this. That started off real strong with an immediate candy space. So we've got Love and Other Words by Christina Loren. And honestly, when I bought it, I could have told you what it was about, but at this point, I don't know. All I know is it's a dual timeline romance. Like, basically, it's a current and past timeline. It looks like it's a second chance romance, which makes sense with the two timelines. You follow them as teenager them when they first fall in love, and then you follow them currently as they are coming back together. All right. 2 blues. So first we're gonna move it 1, 2 blues, and then TBR prompt. We've got a dual POV. Alright, so now y'all saw it was blue, and I got dual POV. And for that, I'm doing Leave Me Behind by KMR Nova. I feel like January, when it's cold, is the perfect time to read a darker romance. I wasn't sure if it was dual POV, but then I saw at least 3 chapters that had his name at the top, so I'm counting it as dual POV. Basically, it's a military romance. They're high up in the special forces, and I'm pretty sure it's some kind of enemies to lovers. Alright. Okay, 2 yellow, and yellow is a free pick, my guy. Let's go. Basically, if I draw any color other than blue, orange, or green, I win. I win this round. And then it decided to be a little nice to me, and I got a nice little free pick. And for that, I'm choosing The Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bovolino. And I'm very excited about this. It's a little bit of a quest story, and it's a night story, and I haven't read much of that in my time reading fantasy, so I do believe that this is going to be a good fun time, and I have seen a lot of very positive things about it, so. Red. Okay, we've got a challenge prompt, but it also looks like we win the game. I've got to pull my challenge prompt real quick. Challenge. Oh, I guess we're doing that one. A friend pick. I got a challenge prompt, and for that I got a friend pick. I reached out to my best friend. This is kind of cheating because I kind of knew and I wanted her to pick. I was hoping she would pick this because she's the one that I do my little buddy read with, and we already have our book planned for January, so I was hoping she was going to pick it, and she did, and I will put the text on the screen. I literally told her she had free reign. For that, she chose Bonesmith by Nikki Palpretto, and I'm so excited for this book. It's a YA necromancy story, basically. There's a little bit of a trial situation going on, and I've had this on my shelf for so long. It's time for me to read it. I just know that I keep looking at it and it keeps looking at me, and it's time, and it's the perfect opportunity. Because right. So now we've got to roll the dice again to see which one we're going to go with. Alright, so we're going to get the yellow and start back over. Got 2 blues. Alright, another TBR prompt. So first we got blue, blue. We got prompt. Alright, so released birthday month. Another TBR prompt where it's released on the birthday month. And this one took me a minute to find a book for. Or there's just not a lot of books published in October because I was not expecting that. But I did find Red City by Marie Lu. It is an October release. I can get it from my library, so that's the one that we're going with for this pick, and I'm so excited. Alright, and possibly the last roll, or the last pull. Never your mind, or never my mind, should I say. So we have now 7, and another read it or toss it. And it didn't even move me very far. Read it or toss it. Alright, so we've got a love song for Ricky Wilde. Got another candy. So a love song for Ricky Wilde. I've been putting this off because it's a sad story from what I remember seeing and being told. It's basically a sad story, and I don't like much that makes me feel my emotions. So I need to read it because I feel like the perfect time to read a sad-er romance is your winter months when it's colder outside. So I'm actually very glad it chose this for me because it's been sitting on my shelf for so long. Like, I got this when it was first released. Now what should be the last one? 2 oranges. So we've got bought before 2026 pick. So literally so far every book that I have bought and not red is in this jar. Alright, and we've got First Time Caller. I will say that was a pretty hectic start to the new year for this game. Hey, at least I've already got one guy already there, so I'm a quarter of the way won the game in the first month. That's fun. Lastly, we've got the physical TBR prompt, and I pulled First Time Caller out of the little jar, so this will be the last book that I'm adding to the January TBR. I'm actually so excited. Okay, I say actually I'm so excited for this. I definitely read like 100 pages of this book when it first came out, and it just wasn't capturing my attention, but I did the same thing with Love Light Farms, and the second time I tried to read it, I ate it up. So I'm really hoping that happens again with First Time Caller. Also, I just love the idea of it being radio based, you know? It's got such a fun premise. Alright, so that is the books that I'll be reading to start the new year. That is actually kind of wild that we're already here. We're already talking about 2026. Like, well, not even just like talking about 2026. Like, I just picked my January of 2026 TBR. That's wild. Anyways, rapid fire, we got a Read It or Unhaul It, and I pulled Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Then we pulled a TBR prompt, and it was dual POV, and I chose Leave Me Behind by K.M. Maranova. Then challenge prompts, where I had to reach out to one of my friends to choose a book for me, and my best friend Mel chose Bonesmith by Nikki Palpreto. And then I had a free pick, to which I chose Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bovalino. And then we got another TBR prompt, a book published in my birthday month of October, chose Red City by Marie Lu. Then I got another Read It or Unhaul It, and that chose A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. And then I got a physical TBR prompt, into which I drew First Time Caller by B.K. Barson. Honestly, this is looking like a fun stack, and I can't wait to get into it. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them. Without further ado, that's the end of this video. This is the end of my first TBR video for 2026. Have a wonderful morning, evening, or night whenever you're watching. Have a great day on purpose. Be kind to everyone, and happy reading. Bye, guys.